So let me tell you a story. Welcome to this Fotospeed video with me, Tim Jones. So this week I wanted to tell you a bit of a story, to be honest, about printing and the matching between screen and print, and hopefully another way to think about the print and how we should relate it to the screen. So a little bit of expectation management possibly, but hopefully it will improve your printing and also the way you think about a print as it comes off the printer. So before I start though, a little bit of housekeeping. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fotospeed YouTube channel, and also head over to photospeed.com to sign up to our newsletter for exclusive discounts and new products and absolutely everything we do, we put out in our newsletter as well. So let me tell you a story first, because it kind of relates to this and how we should be comparing our prints to the screen, and should we, to be honest. So when I first joined Fotospeed, I came from industry, so I was working photographer, I worked in a print house as well and things, and retoucher and things like that, for those of you who don't know. And when I joined Fotospeed, I knew how to print, I knew how to do things, but brush up on my skills, shall we say. So I was offered the chance to go on a workshop with one of our amazing ambassadors. I won't name them. And basically, we went into, I think it was in London at the time, and there was about 10 people on this workshop, and we had some Canon printers there, some Canon Pro 1000s, and basically what happened was that we went through the process of printing and setting up profiles, calibration, and all kind of the things, the foundations of printing that I talk about a lot. And at that point, the workshop people, they worked on all their pictures and made them all lovely and things, and at that point they were ready to print. So what we did was got them all set up, looked at everything. Now, before they clicked print, the workshop leader, the ambassador, went round and handed out a bin bag to everyone. And it was like, this is weird, kind of what's going on? Why are they handing out bin bags? And I was like, okay, maybe it's for the print. So when they come out, if they don't like them, they can put them straight in the bin or whatever, but oh no. So when they clicked print on their printer, basically what happened was the bin bag then went over their screen and to cover the screen. And it was to illustrate the thinking process of how we should look at a print. Now, as the print came out of the printer, like this one here on the lovely NST Bright White, basically what happened was these came out, and everyone, all 10 people in the class, said it was the most amazing thing they'd ever seen, and they loved the paper. It was all absolutely beautiful and fantastic, and the colours were beautiful and this. So he would ask everyone as well, are you happy? And they say, of course I am, it's the most amazing thing ever. Blah. And then they went back to their computer, removed the bin bag, and they went, oh yeah, but. And they could see differences. Now, the problem with comparing to the screen is if you're printing, especially on a matte paper like this, most screens are glossy or kind of satin finish if you've got kind of a BenQ or ISO screen, and they don't represent what's actually on the paper. And I mean, soft proofing tries and things like that. Those of you who know me, I'm not a massive fan of soft proofing anyway, but it never quite gets there, to be honest. And the only way to really kind of test a print is to print it and look at it and make changes based off the print, not off the screen. The screen is there as a tool, a kind of an adjustment device, I suppose. But if you are going to print, then you do need to do perhaps a little few test prints and things like that. Maybe do some hard proofing, like in one of my hard proofing videos, trying to get how things are going to look. Now, the problem, like I said, is we've got this lovely glossy screen set up for video and things. So screen calibration is going to help. Custom profiles are going to help as well, because hopefully that will bring things a little bit closer, because they're both working from the same patches basically. But if you want to match the screen a little bit better, then possibly a gloss paper will do the job a little bit better. This is actually the metallic paper, which brings me on to another point really. Your screen can't see metallic, so you'll never know what it will truly look like until it's printed. This is actually the Hahnemühle Photo Rag Metallic, which is absolutely stunning and beautiful. If you haven't heard about it, me and Vince did a video a few weeks ago on it, so be sure to check out that because it is a stunning paper. A little bit pricey, but a stunning paper. Now, if anything's got a bit of a sheen or a gloss and things, it will match your screen a little bit better because it's got a sheen and a gloss like your screen has, basically. However, there still will be some little changes. This is quite a warm paper, so there will be a change in that sense of things as well. It's something just to bear in mind. And it goes back to my first point really, when the prints are coming out the printer, pick the print up and look at it and think, and always ask yourself, are you happy? Because that first instinct of the print, and you look at it and you think, okay, that's fine, the blues are looking good, the sky's looking okay, and you go, yep, happy with that, that's great, it looks beautiful. If you go back and compare it to the screen, it's at that point you'll start to think, oh well, the blue's not as vivid as on the screen and things like that. Well, it's not going to be because you're on a matte paper in this instance. The colours should be pretty close. You shouldn't be getting green or anything. They should be pretty close. It's contrast in tone usually that's going to change a little bit on different papers and different white points of papers as well. So it's always that first instinct that you should really need to look at and take on board. And in some cases, I'm not saying it happens every time, you won't be happy every time you print, but it might be just worth doing a little test print just first. And then you can draw on it and mark up and think, actually, I like that a bit darker, a little bit lighter, a little bit less contrast in that area, and put your masks in and things. So, one question you always ask yourself is, are you happy? And also treat the print as a separate object from the screen. They are not the same. One's got projected light, one reflected light. Always look at it in good lighting conditions as well. They might have little nuances in them, like the metallic as well. They're always going to have their own personality, papers, which transfer to the print. So really, that's it. The big question, ask yourself, are you happy? And go from there, really. And like I said, you treat your print separately. Bit of a quick philosophical one this week, I suppose. But please don't forget to subscribe to the Fotospeed YouTube channel and sign up to our newsletter on photospeed.com. We've also got our ebook, The Art of Printing, which is free, and you can just download it, and it covers everything from printing, lighting, kind of bookmaking, anything in between as well. We release a new video every Thursday on the Fotospeed YouTube channel, so I will see you next Thursday.